Everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Hades. We won our last episode on Heat 10. How in good conscience could I not keep cranking it, you know? Please don't take that out of context. How you doing? You want one? I'll tell you what, sleep is the cousin of death. You hit me with the Nos lyric, I hit you with a little bit of the nectar. It's just that easy. Oh, you want to have a conversation? I'm afraid to inform you that's not possible. How about you, blah, 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 and you with the okay with it, that's cool too, Joanna Newsom. How you doing over here? You know what? Why not? You name yourself after a Dota character, or vice versa, you get the nectar. It's as easy as that. Alright, we're tapped out. Mentally. We need 12 more. Oh, we fulfilled the prophecy. 20? We do not need 12 more. Ho ho ho. We got so many keys. Fated authority has just happened. Randomly alter the reward for the next chamber. That I do not like. But I think that I'm reading it wrong. So we do need some darkness on this run. I just want to go back and see what we can afford from this as well. We'll start with lounge flooring. Oh, wow. Amazing. And might as well. Another turning point, a fuck stuck in the road. Because it was called Good Riddance. I mean, the game has great music. I'm not trying to insult it. Or Green Day, for that matter. We're going to save up our darkness so we can get that Fated Authority. It takes 1,000, but we're almost maxed out on everything, which is kind of surprising to me. Seems like the shield is the most farthest away from our used option. What am I talking about? We used it the furthest away. That's what I mean. So I think we're gonna double down on this chaos aspect. Because all the other aspects, I mean, actually, the disc that, like, just kind of flies around was interesting, but not as interesting as this, I think. So, let's keep the Aphrodite one going, just because it's almost at level 3, and we're gonna crank this heat up a little further, you know? Let's go with level 2 extreme measures, which will take us up to 12 heat overall. I'm not saying it's a good idea if you want to win, but if you want to win, just put it on heat 0 and dominate easily. Daedalus Hammer. Bull Rush charges faster with no knockback, or dash attack does damage in a larger area. Bull Rush charging faster when combined with our aspect seems like the best option. That's my take on it so far. I don't mind it not having knockback, but I will also admit it seems like one of those things that you probably you don't understand the value of knockback until you don't have it anymore, you know? Keep it in mind, of course, that, you know, we've been losing our minds over the Poseidon benefits for a long time. I'm not trying to suggest knockback is not valuable. Merely that I think specifically with it being connected to Bull Rush, doesn't matter that much right now. Speaking of which, we need a boon. Aphrodite has a boon. Yeah, she does. Don't say that. That's, I get what you're saying, and I don't support it, okay? I don't support it. Keep going after that wall slam. By the way, nobody is more surprised than me that on increasingly hot runs, which is not a good name for a TV show like Hot Ones. Let me tell you, for multiple reasons that should be obvious. The runs are slang for diarrhea, which is what you get sometimes if you eat spicy food. I think we do want our attack to deal more damage and inflict weakness. We'll go for the maximum HP. But nobody's more surprised than me that we've had hot runs lately. Okay. Our runs have heated up. That somehow sounds worse. It sounds like you put them in the microwave. Gross. Anyway, We've been doing well. Why don't we just say it that way? We've been doing well. Take me down here. I would definitely be okay losing our special in order to get a better basic. Let's see. I would definitely be okay losing a cast as well. Sure, I will take this. We take more damage, but our gold is worth more. And I think having an Ares boon, it strikes my fancy a little bit more right here. Because our multiple shields might be able, if we get like a special-based boon, having multiple shields hit multiple enemies equals, you know, they'll all be afflicted with doom. And to be honest, we've kind of been leaning on Artemis lately. We've been having a lot of runs that kind of have focused on Artemis a little bit, which is fine, because I did probably underrate her for a long time, and now I don't even think I'm overrating Artemis. I think I'm just kind of coming to a more honest appraisal of her abilities. But we can mix it up. It's not great, let's be honest. Everything doing 10% more damage. I'll take it. I'm a sucker for... Oh, even better. I'm a sucker for percentage-based damage improvements. How could you not be, right? Like, because the thing is, 10% of what we got going on right now is not that impressive, but 10% of what we've got going on, you know, near the end of the game might be very meaningful indeed. There you go. That'll work. Please drop some hamburgers. He didn't drop any hamburgers. What a ripoff. Special is stronger, or dash attack is stronger. We'll take a stronger special. Seems to synergize quite nicely here. And I do not mind doing this. I'd really like it if it counted as a chaos option as well. Again, sorry for my aggressive hydration. I still got this salivary gland thing going on. I recognize I sound 500 years old. Excuse me, those are enemies from Elysium? It's too early for you to be here. So I'm hydrating aggressively. It's therapeutic right now. I'm thankful that it was a small room. That's a lot of gold too. Probably go for the nectar on this one. That might have been a good time for an altar as well, but... So in terms of like what's the most valuable boon right now, this time, the most valuable boon, in my opinion, is probably Aphrodite's basic, giving you a pretty, a pretty substantial increase in your basic attack damage. Then I would say second is the Artemis special. The crit chance on the special feels... It's doing a lot of damage. Let's put it that way. What'd you give me? Oh, even better. For the exact one we wanted. We don't really care about gems, so alter that. Pray I don't alter it further, and we'll go for the max HP, I suppose. This is a survival room.
I've tolerated your impudence for long enough.
That's how you say that word, huh? You learn something new from various sources. I don't think we have any untouchable boons yet. But I guess like our least touchable boon is the Aphrodite damage bonus. Especially now that it's upgraded. It's a lot of enemies. I was kind of comfortable getting in there, getting in the mix a little bit. That changed. I made it so far without getting hit at all.
That's quite enough.
Picked up a decent chunk of gold, though.
Mine.
I can live with that. More darkness? Okay, I mean, we do need like 500 darkness. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I do feel slightly underpowered right now. Maybe not aggressively so. I mean, it's natural, right? To feel that at this stage of my Hades life. It's early in the game. You know, you don't expect to be that powerful here, but I feel like we're missing a lot. Particularly, I feel like we've been low on max HP and boons. Which is kind of, you know, if you're low on both of those, what the heck did you get on this floor? Maybe we're not low on boons. It might just be a psychosomatic, that boy needs therapy sort of thing. Might be a nut, might be even crazy in the coconut. It's a song, sweetheart, look it up. That was a little dangerous. Earn up to 150 gold, don't mind if I do. When you're going through heck, keep going. Because you don't want to stop here. This is heck. Bad place to stop. All the bathrooms are so cold, you know, you can't go when you touch the toilet seat because you're like, ah, my stuff's frozen together. The only food you can eat are gas station sandwiches. It's a bad place to stop. 2 enemies remain. 1 enemy remains. Very good. This is a lot of gold for the first floor. Keep in mind, everything's way more expensive than usual, but we're also getting more than usual. We'll take max HP on this one. Maybe a fountain? Not a fountain. So it's like we live in Midtown Manhattan right now. Everything is more expensive, but we also get paid more for doing the same job as somebody that lives in a smaller place. It's economics, sweetheart. What do we want to buy? I mean, I wouldn't say no to just buying a quick to-go meal, raising our HP to the point where we probably won't lose a Death's Defiance on the boss. We'll see what else is available, though. Yeah, I'm just going to buy the immediate HP. Ares or shop? You're going to think I've lost it on this one. I'm going to go to the shop. Please have a boon. There is a boon, and there's max HP. It's not great. I'll take slightly faster attack. And then I'll take max HP. And then level up a skill that you're not willing to get rid of. And I'm not willing to get rid of our basic attack. So I think it was wise. You know, we don't know what's going on these future floors. Why not invest in ourselves early so we can actually reap those benefits long term? It's like starting a... Sorry, I'm on my cord here. It's like starting a savings account when you're in middle school. Oh, it's you. I thought it was the other one. Electo the Furry. I know that's not what it says, okay? I'm just having a laugh. This seems bad. So I got a new strat because we're like definitely going to lose a Death's Defiance. Which is bad, don't get me wrong. That's not a good idea. I don't even think Extreme Measures has changed this fight at all, so this is just me being bad. But this is why you're happy to have 3 Death's Defiances, for sure. Yeah, don't stand on the spikes, dude. That's kind of your big problem. There's way more spikes than usual. That's gotta be. That's new. And then combine that with the extra damage we take from traps. It's a bad recipe. It's alright, we can get it back. It's a bad sign, don't get me wrong. Oh, that's an alt tab at the worst possible time. Could have been better. Anyway, I don't think we're done. I think we did pretty well on that floor, except we got absolutely destroyed on the boss fight. Life goes on. Hey man, it's 12 heat. It's hotter than usual.
Let your fate.
Still need 10 encounters.
Let's think about this.
Oh, dude, easiest sell of my life. We will get rid of that Hermes boon that I paid way too much money for. Ah!
Just what I need. Let's go up.
But, hey, let's not think of it like, you know, we spent that much to get rid of the Hermes boon. Spent that much just to yeet the Hermes boon. Let's think of it like, by getting that boon, we protected a more valuable boon that we would have had to sell in the first place, because it is pretty bad. Anyway, what do we need on this floor? Well, to find a way to get a Death's Defiance would be very nice. I can't believe you hit me. So, you know, we know by now the myriad ways help to get a Death's Defiance. We may even be able to survive without one. We don't always need all of them. Keep in mind, I have had a run recently where we lost Death's Defiance on the first boss and went on to win easily. As bizarre as that was. So don't be thinking it's all over. Honestly, even +1 dash is totally fine. Athena could give us +1 Death Defiance. However, I think we also, I mean, trying to think of what else we would like. A useful cast would also be sick. Right now we've got a basic cast. It's not really doing anything. I don't know if we can get Deflect Dash, because I think the Hermes boon that we just got might count as a dash. We'll see. I mean, we might, if we don't see Deflect Dash, that doesn't mean we couldn't have got it. You know, that's the danger of trying to prove something by omission, I suppose. Anyway, long story short, you know what we really need? To press the A button when enemies are attacking so we don't get hit as much. That would be a huge help, dude. Comes highly recommended. One of the dominant strategies in Hades is to not get hit. It's like being an NHL team, you know? If your goalie doesn't let pucks in, it doesn't matter that much how bad the rest of your team is. Your special can deflect, your cast can deflect. I don't want to replace our specials, even though that's a higher tier option. So I went with our cast does more damage and can deflect, which I think is fine. I think that's totally okay. It's less the deflect that gives us an advantage, I think, and more the damage, without a doubt. This run has not quite come together yet. That's okay. What did I say on the last run? I remember, because it was earlier today. You can tell I'm wearing the same shirt. It was like on that run, in one floor, we went from, on Elysium, we went from like an okay run to a run that was unstoppably good in like 4 boons. Hopefully the same thing can happen here. I'm hoping. Not a mini-boss fight, okay. And that's fine. Well, of course it's not a mini-boss fight. We gotta choose first. Trial of the Gods. I'm trying to think. So we do have a dash still available, my mistake. And we still have a call. We would like to see the dash deflect, obviously. But, you know what? Just getting a Death's Defiance use, even if we get nothing else out of that, out of this room, or out of that boon, I should say, it's paid for itself, and then some. At its current value, that's like a 300 gold boon. So to get that at the common tier, very nice. I'm hoping that if we sell the boon, we can get the money and still keep the Death's Defiance. Might be a little spooky, though. Not quite done yet. But yeah, I do feel... I don't know, like, I'm still struggling in Hades. Although, actually, I don't feel like I'm struggling. But I feel like, on a conceptual level, I could be doing better about recognizing, like, when to pivot a run. Like, I'm not really trying to force any kind of archetype on this right now. But I'm looking for stuff that I know would be good. Maybe not leaving myself open to these different kinds of runs that could actually, you know, change the game for us a little. It went very well, though. I don't think Hidebreaker is that good, honestly. I think I'll just take Seeking Arrows, but I'm taking the Seeking Arrows with the knowledge that if we have to yeet this at our sales bench, then we have to yeet it at the sales bench. No big deal. Okay. Okay. I think just accept it. This is going to be one of those longer fights. Trying to get in there. Oh. I'm leaning heavily on the aspect right now. Oh, careful. Basically, the aspect says do bull rush, then you're special. That's what I'm doing. That went, like, way better than I could have expected. It's pretty solid. Weak foes take more damage. Considering that's attached to our basic, that seems mighty solid. And normally I actually might be persuaded to go for the gold here. But I think we're going to go to Eurydice. I think it's a better choice. And I think that we're going to upgrade rarity of our next boons. Because, you know, the next boons, we don't have to sell them at the next shop. So I'm kicking the value of our next 3 boons forward and hoping for the best, I guess. So definitely, I think the max HP was compulsory there. Shame that that's more expensive, but so for this guy, okay, this is different.
This is not the deadly Hydra chamber I expected.
This is new. So here's how we're gonna start this. We are going to spam our distance attacks at him, our ranged attacks, if you will. Because I think I'm a little nervous. And there's a lot less real estate to deal with here than usual. And the Hydra can access you when you're fighting the heads. Okay. So I'm piecing together pretty quickly why this is harder. It's a column. There's no jars with food in them anymore, I think, either. I was really starting to lean on that food, dude. Not a good throw, obviously. So what's my goal? Well, I super do not think we're gonna die. Well, we're not gonna lose. Let me rephrase. I think there's a very realistic chance we would use a Death's Defiance here. If we use 1 Death's Defiance, I would consider this still acceptable. I would even say, I'm cutting myself more slack than you might. I even think if we lose 2 Death's Defiances, I would consider this okay. Because this is, it certainly seems substantially harder. Well, at least we can sell that Athena bounty with no possible qualms now. Don't think it's gonna pull one of our normal Death's Defiances out of us. It's always hard to gauge how you're doing on a run where you're fighting an enemy for the first time. Because you can get a lot of value out of just knowing an enemy's attacks, you know? Makes it a lot easier to kill them. You gotta love that. Not knowing an enemy's attacks, even if your run is pretty good, probably gonna make some mistakes now and then, you know? Okay, the final phase. This is probably gonna suck really badly. At least we can hit more than one of them at once. That's about the only positive I can muster right now. Just kill him. Just mash the button. Okay, that's gonna be a 2 Death's Defiance usage. But as long as we don't use 4 Death's Defiances, I can sleep soundly at night.
Not so fast.
It's okay. To be honest, that's what it's there for. If you pay for the Death's Defiance and you don't use it, you just got ripped off. I know you're like, stop standing on the lava. Here's the thing. I want to say here's the thing, no. Oh my god, we're going to use another Death's Defiance. The whole freaking thing is lava? Is the thing? Yeah, this is kind of horrible. I know I said I wanted to make the HYDRA harder. I don't know if this is what I meant when I said that. Just don't die again. Like, for God's sakes. We shouldn't be going toe-to-toe. Man, that was horrible. Okay. So, the only way we win the run now is, in all likelihood, the only way we win the run is, we have to talk to Patroclus. We need him to replenish all of our Death's Defiances. Certainly we want HP as high as possible. You can take support fire. I don't think we're hitting that much right now. And we might as well, at least we can get something out of this run. If we can just clear 4 more encounters. It's definitely spiced. Above all else, we have to try to go to the exclamation point marker on this floor. Gold HP. At this point, the whole run has to be tailored.
Chariots.
Help. Terrible. The whole run has to be tailored, you know, exclusively for our own survival. So max HP. Very helpful there. But, like, it's like the opposite of the last run right now, where I'm like, man, this one is just, it's just not coming together right now. Something is just, it's missing an element that is necessary. We're trying to bake a cake, we got no eggs in the house. And our aspect is not doing enough. It's one of the best things we got going for us. It's not doing enough. Cast is okay, but I would like to see a little more out of it. I like when they keep spawning enemies down here. Makes life very simple. Appreciate the HP. Gain darkness. I'm gonna say no just because, you know, I'm trying to stay alive. Keys or gems? We'll go keys because they can change a reward for us. Gems have a certain usefulness because they provide gold as well. I guess you can hit me through my shield. My mistake. Okay. Very scary. That'll work. You gotta love the wall slam. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to get disheartened, but I feel like I screwed up somewhere in deck construction. To put it in Slay the Spire terms, which just popped into my muscle memory, apparently. Because in Spire, you sorta, and it's different in, you know, like mathematic or probabilistic-based games versus, like, games that are, to a large extent, skill-driven, and I think Hades is definitely a game like that. You know, it's a well-balanced roguelite in that, yeah, you know, your run does determine your success. Like, the boons you get, to some extent, determines your ability to succeed, but, you know, not as much as your actual, play. But in Spire, sometimes you can sort of get the feeling that you're going down, right? That's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like I'm slipping, and there's no way for me to put friction back into the system. Being at 0 Death's Defiance is just like, it's hard. It's not hard to imagine a way back. We don't even have to get very lucky. We just have to get like a little lucky. And find the Patroclus spot, which has happened many times. But, like, that's pretty much the only conceivable way this is gonna work. But don't get disheartened. It's like playing a real roguelite. Or a different roguelite. You know? Most games don't give you 8 deaths before you actually lose. So now it's like Spelunky. One misstep, we could be sitting in the freaking slammer. I hate these butterflies, dude. We just have, like, so little damage output. Where do we get this damage output? What do we got coming for us here? We got a Daedalus Hammer. We're gonna need something pretty huge here.
This shield's about to get a whole lot stronger.
Special deals damage to nearby foes when you catch it. Sure, why not? Because we should be catching 3 specials, right? And give me more Aphrodite. Aphrodite, apparently, I've underrated her drastically.
You would see.
All right, this could ruin our run. But a shield versus the Minotaur is a solid setup. We just... On this one, I have to remember, I am my own worst enemy. As long as we go slow-ish, as long as we don't go faster than necessary. I didn't have my shield to do the defense on that one. As long as we don't go faster than necessary, everything should be hunky-dory. I mean, to be honest, it's going very well so far. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. Just need to focus. I apologize for the banterless existence right now. That's probably the 3/4 mark, to be honest. I'm not used to having a cast this impotent. It's got less chemistry than the 2 stars of Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets. We got hit once. That's very good. Aphrodite, please save this run with your blessing.
You, Asterius.
Oh, and we got the Aphrodite benefit, even better. So yeah, I mean, a duo that reduces projectile speed does sound great, but I think having a dash that does anything is nice here. And again, it's nice to have a dash that applies weakness. Because weakened foes take, what, 13% more damage? It's not a ton, but it's something.
Not yet.
We need, like... We need more. I don't want to sound greedy. Like, I don't necessarily always feel bad, I guess, asking in roguelites for more stuff. But, like, this one, I'm like, dude, we're so weak. I'm struggling to find a way out of it. I'm seeing a couple. One is just great play. So, you know, let's toss that one off to the side because this isn't a fairy tale. The other one is definitely... I don't know, is his name Patroclus or Patrocles? I don't want to... Patroclus? I don't want to get the Greek historian crowd riled up, okay? But we probably need to find him. That's one way we could get a second lease on life. We have no Fated Authority. With no Fated Authority, I think we have to continue to just go for the... Oh. Help. We have to continue to go for the boons. That hurt. One at a time, please. I don't know, man. This is one where I'm like, to be honest, with no extreme measures, I feel oddly, substantially more confident versus Theseus and the Minotaur on default patterns versus the Hydra on the hard pattern that we just had. So I'm not that. Oh, I let him rearm. I'm honestly thinking we get to the boss with like 100 HP. We're probably gonna make it. Now we're not at 100 HP right now, so be careful. But it's conceivable. And then, you know, you make it to the Styx Temple. I don't know. Do we have great odds? No, but we do have knockback on our basics, so, you know, it's not that impressive, as you can see. But there's an attempt being made, at least. Get me out. We're also, just to level with you, like, we're one bad, like, trap explosion away from death. And not death, but loss. Help. And it doesn't even have to be that. We could also just get hit like 6 times. You know, anything along those lines. Probably enough to ice us. Now that went well. No, you're alive! Just staying spiced. Just as long as you keep pressing X and stunning him, there's nothing he can do. Athena, help me. Deflect exposes enemies? Unlikely, I think. I think we just gotta take the call. We'll go for even more max HP. Oh no, it's Thanatos.
I got the message that you needed.
Hello. I'm not super stoked about this one. But I'm also kind of like... I guess if we wanted to, we could just not fight here. I really want the excess HP that we would get for winning this. I don't know if it would win us the game, but we need every, like, little bit of help we can get, you know? Okay, maybe now's the time to just go into survival mode. Pretty clearly gonna lose. We'll get max HP just for living through the room, though. I don't know, it's close enough. What kind of a person would I be if I didn't at least give it a chance, you know? He's got me pretty good right now. I'm not gonna deny it. Hey, just hey, maybe you could ice him for me? I have 17 HP, so I was kind of hoping like you could ice him for me. There is a shop. I'm just trying to, I'm helping him knock him out. Cause I don't want to go, dude. Just take the win. Thank you. Stop spawning. Thanatos, help me. I'm on survival rations, dude. This should be the final two enemies. Oh my god. I have no problem losing. I just want to live.
What, seriously?
Come on. Okay, you got me. Okay, you got me. Whatever, we still got our max HP. Restore my health, thank you. Increasingly realizing the odds of us replenishing all Death's Defiance pretty low. Oh, the traps, watch out. I don't see a path to victory. But you know what? All that means for my new optimistic mindset is that we have a chance for one of the greatest wins we've ever had. I certainly don't expect it. But that's part of what would make it so cool. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, dude. We're on the same team. Just kidding. We're on, like, completely diametrically opposed anti-podal teams. But, like, did I fool you? It was a mere prank. Send them. I don't care if the other one respawns. It's all about target selection. Did not respawn. This is one where I'm like, you know, I'm using the call. I don't really know what I expect to glean from it. But I feel overwhelmed. Perhaps the call will save us and otherwise simplify what is a touchy subject right now. Get out. Just mashing A and X over and over again. Well, we lived.
Over there.
Please. Nah. We have to Fated Authority.
I'll take another.
Okay. Free boon, please. A free boon, at least. Alright, well. This is... It doesn't get any simpler. Let's put it that way.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
You think that you can get through?
We have the easiest work order in Hades history. All we have to do is live. If we die, we're dead. If we live to die another day. I didn't mean to quote the worst James Bond movie released in my lifetime. Wrong enemy. I think the thing that, you know, I struggle with this sometimes. It's important to remember, damage taken at the front of the fight is just as damaging as damage taken at the back end of the fight. So you really just want to avoid... Hey, here's a Galaxy Brain strategic take for you. Avoid taking any damage at all. Wow, imagine that. Can I have my roguelike consultancy job now? Great news. Minotaur is just eating it. I could not really have asked. Oh, thank you, Hermes. The extra dash might have saved us there. Okay, we finally got hit. But I still sincerely could not ask for this fight to have started better. How are you alive? There we go. Okay. I know, I got a greater call. My new strat on the greater call was to save it for the start of the second phase of the Theseus fight. So let me just tell you. There's going to be a little resident sleeper happening, because this is the new way we tackle this fight. A lot of bull rush. Bait that. Get the triple shield. Really, any attack being baited will work for us. What are you doing, brother? Go ahead, do something. Okay, he did something. Fair enough. Now, this is where we go to town. I still don't understand you! Look, it's still gonna be a spicy ending, okay? Stay out of the circles. Let's go! I am very surprised.
That'll teach him.
I am very surprised. At the very least, we're getting something. We're keeping the run slightly go. We gotta go Tooth, dude. We need the Death's Defiance back. Probably should have done that earlier. Certainly, weak affected foes take more damage is not doing that much for us. Replenish a use of Death's Defiance. We paid a heavy price to get these, but there is a chance. There is a chance. I would not say it's the highest chance, but there's... What I really would like to see is some way to substantially improve our damage. I don't know how we're gonna do that. But I guess where there's a wish, there's a freaking whalebone, dude. Hey, maybe the God of War can help us. Okay, so how do we do this one? I think I'm very spoiled because the last few times we've been on the Temple of Styx, or a couple of, mainly the last time we were on the Temple of Styx, it was one of the easiest Temples of Styx I've ever seen in my entire life. All we did was press the B button and everything died instantly. So that was really cool, and I would welcome a return to that. But for now, we're gonna have to actually fight on this one. Even just these basic rats, I appreciate so much the food we're gleaning. I don't really want to go into the poison. Just keep dashing. I'm not even sure, like, how do I want to approach this? Do I want to find the exit as quickly as possible? I honestly do not have an answer for you. Because I think that our damage is, like, so subpar as to mean, like, you know, we need so much more. Let's just put it that way. As is right now, I don't see us beating Hades, but, sounds like a great euphemism for self-love. Beating Hades? Or a bad fighting game on the original Xbox. It's a bit of a deep cut. This is where you just press the right trigger and hope for the best. It's my strategy in Call of Duty as well. Just kidding, I play on PC. Just kidding, I haven't purchased one in the last couple. Well, I purchased Black Ops 4 when it came out, but not the new one. Hey, you're not hittable! Run! That would have killed us, probably. Whoa. I actually thought Poison Lord was deceased. I am playing with fire here, and I like it. Get me out. Oh my god! Okay. I apologize, the game has turned me into a real YouTuber right now. I shouldn't be alive. I almost died today. Blade Rift Dash. Let me just be honest. None of it is bad. But, we need something truly transformative. And, we have not gotten that. 25% full God gauge is helpful. It's worth the money, I think, but we gotta keep throwing ourselves into these, boon-based ones, because I think those are the only things that are gonna save me right now, you know? You know I love the 25 max HP more than is sensible, but I don't think we're gonna win this game with 25 more HP than we got right now. Or just because of the 25% more that we got. Let me out. Let me out. We are getting a little privileged status against these enemies. I think because they get a doom stack on them after I get hit. I mean, this is... It feels better. I don't know what's happening, but it feels better. We're very rich on gold, too. I don't know, that... Something changed there. That felt way easier. Okay, what do you got for me? Well, I guess we will go with number 1, because number 2 was basically worth nothing. Okay, I mean, it is what it is, right? We'll buy our max HP. I think the fact that we made it to Hades on this run is very surprising. But also very cool and very legal. Do I think we're gonna win? No, but the shield is really helpful.
Get accustomed to the breeze.
You bypassed.
So there's a chance, but I'm just gonna level with you. It's gonna suck a little.
Darkness.
Like last time, I was so confident we were gonna win. This time, I have very little confidence, but I think it could happen. No. Here's the thing. You guys have got to get roasted and toasted. You know what? And I haven't even talked about it at all on this run, and I should have, because it's super helpful. One of the main things working out in our favor right now. Please give me my cast back. Please give me my cast back. Cast back, please. One of the main things working out in our favor is the Hermes bonus dash. Just having 3 dashes, okay, I guess you'll be going off. Having 3 dashes instead of 2 makes it so much easier to dodge the spin. I'm telling you, that's worth like 500 damage. Okay. Okay, maybe not 500 damage. It's worth a lot of damage per engagement. On this guy, at least. So I'm sticking to some basic principles. When you shoot that, I get ready in my brain to press the B button. Because the cast is going to save us there. Now this is pretty nasty, but at least he summoned mostly weak enemies. That felt okay. But dude, the damage output is so bad. We can't even kill this guy. He's like a little baby. We're taking so little damage, though. How is that happening? I guess because he's weakened constantly. When we get hit even, it's not as bad as usual. Get ready. No, he doesn't need to deflect on that one. Dude, I'm starting to believe. And that's when things can get dangerous. Oh, 1 second. A Tomo would like to enter the room. Hello, Tomo. I don't care if we're on the final boss. My son does not wait to enter the room. Right, Tomo? You didn't hear it. It was infinitesimal. But there was a little meow. Alright, Tomo. Come on up, buddy. Great jump. Very nimble. He's gonna bob, dude. Get out of there. Good. Not too greedy. Dude, turns out, like, weakness is strong. Who would have thought? George Orwell. George Orwell's the answer to that question. He would have thought. Probably would have written about it, too. I don't know. I'm illiterate. Don't know how to read. Didn't you guys know that? Tomo, you shouldn't be on that, buddy. It's a piece of furniture. But, like, not a cat-friendly one. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead. Oh, he almost got me. Just kidding. You're never gonna get me. And in many ways, I might even argue, you never even had your car. Okay, that time, I should have dodged. I got bored not getting hit, though, so I thought, let's try the opposite. We're gonna win. Love that. Go ahead. You can't hit me. I've activated my ult. You gotta love that. Hello, Tomo. Why are you crazy, buddy? Come on. Are you saying, wow, I'm crazy because it was so unlikely that you were going to win this Hades run? I know, buddy. This win really came out of nowhere, just to be straight up with you. To be fair, we haven't won yet. That hurt. But I feel like... I mean, who would have thought, right? It's way easier to tank damage against an enemy that has weakness. But, like, for real, it's very helpful. More helpful than I would have expected. Go ahead, hit me with another one. He refuses. Sir? That's too many barrels. You have created too many casks. This is gonna stink. That's a great time to use a little bit of your God gauge. Or get behind a column instead of using one of your most precious resources, but... Or use your shield, sure. You know, different strokes for different folks. I want to be very clear, this is not an easy Hades fight, I think. It feels pretty tough. It just also feels like I'm playing more sensibly than usual. Tomo, you wanted to come in, now you want to go out? Just give me a minute, buddy. Okay, now that's a little dangerous, but not too dangerous. We should be fine, and we're fine. Okay. How did we win this, losing all of our Death's Defiances on the Hydra? I don't know. What I do know is it means we're going up to like 14 heat. Oh, who would have thought? Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya. If you just give me a moment, I'll just see ya. See ya.